Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys a reading today for that toxic relationship that you just have a very difficult time letting go of. You just feel it in your gut, you know it. Maybe even other people have just tried to talk some sense into you, but for some reason you just feel very connected to this person. So we're not going to be labeling this connection today. We're just basically going to see what Spirit wants you to know about this toxic situation, and maybe give you some advice on ways that you can kind of pull out of it and heal. So if that type of topic does not resonate with you, do not watch this video. This is only going to be for those of you that are interested in empowering yourselves, and sometimes by hearing the ugly truth can be very helpful when it comes to letting go. So just take what resonates and get rid of anything that doesn't. All the decks I'll be using here today, I will let you guys know what they are as I shuffle each deck. Everything will be listed down below, as well as this beautiful orgonite, which is called the Archangel Azrael Nude. And Archangel Azrael is the angel of death. And so this is about transitioning us to a healthier place. So let's get into it. So let's see. Let me get this camera just right. Might be crooked for a second, but let's go ahead and get some opening messages from Spirit. This is called the Colors of Love Oracle, and we're just going to see, what do we need to know? What do we need to know? What are some themes that are maybe currently going on right now in this connection, in this situation? Doesn't even have to be a relationship for all of you, as far as like romantic. It could be any kind of connection, but let's see what's going on. Okay, so we have Into the Void. This says, you must go forward without having a clear picture of what the future holds. It can be the outcome is not in form yet. Use this time to take risks and to conquer your fear of the unknown. So many times, especially when people purchase readings from me, they want to know what's going to happen. And I always have to remind them, no one can tell them what's going to happen, okay? Because everybody has free will. So you're not meant to know what's going to happen. You are meant to learn something in this situation. So focus there instead of focusing on if or when, okay? You're meant to be kind of like in the dark and in the void, which means that you're meant to learn something about yourself in this situation. What else? We have Treading Water. It says, you tend to attract relationships that leave you feeling that you're treading water. Try not to keep a relationship afloat through expending more energy than you should have to. Okay, you guys, so some of you, this is kind of like Spirit's way of putting it back on you. It's not Spirit's way of shaming you or saying, oh my God, you're such an idiot for expending so much time and energy into something where you're not really getting anywhere. But some of you guys might have a tendency to do this, where you just try and try and try, and you know that, enough time has gone on. Maybe some of you know that your lives are just even falling apart, or you're losing yourself in this situation, but yet you just keep trying, let's just say, new things in order to save it so we don't have to deal with something. So there is a theme that's forming here. Oops. Unforgettable. Your lover may have an ex whom he or she hasn't fully let go of. Hopefully this ex is only a memory and nothing to worry about. So this is the deal, you guys. Some of whoever you're, connected to, there's someone from your person's past that they have not fully let go of. Now, that doesn't confirm that they're in some sort of a, let's just say, a relationship with this person, or that they're cheating on you, but there could be wounds and traumas that are still very much connected to your person that creates issues in your situation with them. So there's something they can't forget. There's something they haven't healed. And now it might also be for you where you're saying to yourself, I can't forget this person. No matter what I do, I can't forget this person. And some of you guys, the way that the human mind and the brain works, it takes time and dedication, just like when you start working out. It's not going to happen overnight. So badly, people want a quick fix. How can I forget all about this person? Well, you can't just snap your fingers. You can't just say an affirmation. You can't just do a spell and then poof, everything goes away immediately. It doesn't work like that. We have to train ourselves. It's almost like an addiction. That's why people go into recovery programs. This person, you could be addicted to all of the toxicity. You could be addicted to all of the crap that goes into this situation. Some of you guys that might feel like love to you. That there could be some underlying energies that are actually toxic when it comes to what you deem as love versus not. So there might be something that you need to maybe take an additional step for recovery. Whatever that is, you should definitely seek that out. A nice fantasy. Your love situation offers something lovely to fantasize about, but it says, while the fantasy may be enticing, does the reality measure up? So some of you guys, just so you know, this has been a great fantasy. It's been a great distraction, but Spirit's saying it's a fantasy. You know, it's a fantasy that this is going to work. It's a fantasy that this person is, you know, some of you guys could have labeled this person or given this person a particular title. Giving someone a title or labeling something as a specific connection doesn't make it so. At the end of the day, if you're losing yourself, and that's why I was very specific on this reading today. This is a toxic situation that's getting out of control. You're wanting to pull out of this situation. You're not wanting to participate in it anymore. This right here, it's been a fantasy, it's been a distraction. Maybe it has served some purpose for you. I can attest to that. There's been things in my life, people from my past, where I've connected a story to that situation. And as it turns out, it played a role at the time. It had a purpose, but I no longer am attached to that storyline or that fantasy about that person. And so, you know, there's a time and a place, I feel, for everything. You know, as long as we're not attaching ourselves to these stories or fantasies for a lifetime, we can pull out of it and we can see things clearly and we can move forward and we can heal. So you guys that might be saying, I can't forget about this person, stop saying that. You can. Okay. Anybody that you're obsessed with, anything that you're feeling like, oh my gosh, like you're losing control over, you might need to seek out professional help. So I definitely would recommend that for anybody that's feeling like they're going to die without this person. Most definitely do yourself a favor and seek out that help that you might need. Could even just be to pull away from readings that have tagline, you know, titles such as union is coming or, you know, whatever that might be. Because if something's not matching up to, like, reality isn't matching the fantasy, it's time to pull away from that fantasy. Perpetuating this fantasy when everything in your being is telling you otherwise, or this person might be saying, and this is just an example, you guys, and some of you might be very triggered by this, but I'm going to say it anyways. Somebody has a restraining order against you. Somebody has told you, I don't want you in my life, but yet you have attached that you and this person are meant to be. That's just craziness. That is just toxicity at its purest. Maybe somebody is married to someone else and you feel connected to that person. There's nothing divine about third party energy. You know, it doesn't mean that if people wanted to be together that they couldn't dissolve the current relationships that they're in to be together, but to interrupt families and tear people apart because you feel connected to them or they feel connected to you. There's nothing divine about that at all. So we've got to pull ourselves away from this obsession or away from this maybe distraction, because sometimes fantasy, it can be a distraction. You know, I have this book that I've already come to the conclusion. First of all, I don't think that I'm that type of writer or whatever that's like going to be able to be published. You know what I mean? But even if I was, I don't think that this is a book that I'm going to finish because it's purely based on a nice fantasy and fiction. But that's all that it really is. And for me to even write the book and to like come up with the content, it puts me in a weird place where I'm just kind of like out of touch with reality. And I'm way too grounded. I've got a Virgo moon. That Virgo moon in me is just like logical and practical, down to earth. Like, you know what? There's other important things to focus on here instead of this make-believe world. And that's just for me personally. Some of you guys might really thrive in that energy because you're very creative and you want to create in that world. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, hell, Harry Potter or Twilight would not have been created had it not been for people being in a fantasy world. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about a fantasy that's taking over your life and it's causing you to not be able to participate in reality, and you're not even showing up for yourselves or even others in a healthy way. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. So if none of this resonates with you, this may not be the reading for you. But if some of these topics resonate for you, let's go ahead and dive a little bit deeper into this connection as far as what it means. What was the purpose of this connection? Maybe what were the energies that your person was in, perhaps where they couldn't give you what you needed, etc. So we're going to go ahead and actually look at both of your energies because I feel that will be helpful. This right here is called the Vices Oracle by Four of Wands Tarot. So let's get into it. What is your person's vice? Your person's vice. Distance. I create space to protect myself. So some of you guys are just dealing with somebody who they may sabotage people, situations that get close to them because they need to protect themselves, you guys. So that's your person's vice. So you're dealing with someone that may just not be comfortable with close intimacy. You can't force that person to change. You can't force that person to heal. As much as you might want to, you can't force it, okay? So we're going to go into my twin flame journey shadows and get another shadow here for your person. Self-indulgent. This card is very much a person that's really just selfish, focused on the self. They're all about their senses and what feels good in the moment. So it's kind of like somebody who comes all in, maybe even love bombing you. It's so magical and wonderful in the beginning, and then bam, all of a sudden they're distant. They're hot one moment, cold the next. So you're dealing with somebody who's just not stable in their emotions. They're just not stable when it comes to their own feelings. They're disconnected. They're distant from their own self. So let's go into my Mystics Midnight Oracle, get another card for shadow. Ooh, okay, this is very interesting. I'm getting a couple of different messages here. First of all, some of you guys, this person is unbelievably, insanely attractive. Okay, so this makes it very difficult for you to maybe just think of anything else. That might be one of the reasons why you are so attracted to this person. Like you just can't get enough of this person. There might just also be a very insanely erotic, seductive chemistry that the two of you share. But do you see how it says fatal beauty Medusa? Medusa sucks you in and kills you. So, this is not a good energy at all. So your person might use sex. They might use sex as a weapon. They might, anybody that connects with them is going to fall into it's like a fatal trap. And I'm not talking about real death here, but it's just a figure of speech. Nobody survives this person. So you might be dealing with a chronic individual who just can't get close to anyone, that has a lot of issues. Anybody that deals with them, including you, is going to get burned. So this person is they're just on that's their program. That's just who they are. So you would be better off pulling away from this individual because they have this fatal, seductive charm. Now, some of you guys may have used this charm to connect with this individual. And because they can't go deep, that's where it stayed. It was only just physical, or it was only what you could give them. Because some of you guys, this may not be a romantic situation. This could just be a friendship or, something else. They like you provided something for this person. You charmed them in some sort of way, but it didn't last. Okay? It didn't last because this person is not able to connect with you beyond surface. Let's go into my Dark Night of the Soul Tarot. Oh, this is one smooth talking MF, man. I'm telling you, this could be a Pisces for some of you guys because this is the Knight of Cups. Could be, doesn't have to be. But this person, not only do they look good, but they know what to say. But it's all about them, you guys. This person is very selfishly motivated. It's all about them getting what they want in and out. They know all the things to say. Very seductive nature, you guys. And you may have just dove in head first and you were drowning before you knew it. And then this person was pulling away from you. So, this is very painful when someone does this. A lot of narcissists will use this tactic. They really can't connect with anybody deeply or emotionally, but there's something that they're getting off on. And so they're using you, to suck you in, and then they spit you out. And then you're just left I don't even understand what happened. Just feeling crazy, really. Some of you guys might even have gotten to the point where you just went psychotic on this individual. Because it was just like, I just can't believe this. Like we were connecting. It was so deep. And then all of a sudden they're pulling away. I just do not understand. Some of you might even feel crazy. This person could have also projected onto you, you're crazy. I need to distance myself from you. So you're dealing with a real game player here, you guys. Not good stuff. So now let's go ahead and go into what is your vice, okay? What kind of vice maybe were you operating in, or maybe even under now? We have commitment phobe. It says, I have irrational fear of commitment. So this is the thing. What I'm getting here is that you guys attract people that are afraid of commitment. So this is your vice. Your vice is that you're attracted to unemotionally available people, people that fear commitment. And so this is a vibration that you're riding right now or have rode in the past. And so you are attracting the same type of person over and over again. This isn't to blame you, but this is to show you that wherever we're vibrating, we are experiencing things or people on that level. So why are we going for unemotionally available people? Because of that ring, you guys, some of you could have also went for someone that was in a relationship or married. So there could be third party here. And we have to ask ourselves, why are we doing that? It could even be, and I've met people like this before. My daughter, one of them, going for people that are maybe curious, bi-curious, or maybe even straight. It's like, why is she doing that? She went through a phase. And there was a lot of reasons, through therapy and stuff where she kind of realized, why was she going for that type of person? And it made real sense to her afterwards. And so now she's on that like equal playing field. And that's not to put labels on anybody, but that was just the labels at the time, I guess, that were acceptable at the time. But now she's connecting with people that are on her same vibration, they know what they're looking for, kind of thing. So some of you guys might just be connecting or attracted to someone that cannot give you what you are looking for. And so it's going to naturally be a dead end. What else? Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what it is. One-sided. It's like you're going for somebody where they cannot give you what you're looking for. And you might be asking yourself, why the hell would I want to go for somebody that can't give me what I want? Exactly why. There's something that you need to really examine within yourself, why you are continuously going for someone that cannot meet you halfway. You're doing all the work. And I think, let me see here. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, here it is. Treading water. You tend to attract relationships that make you feel like you're treading water. Try not to keep a relationship afloat through expending more energy than you should have to. You see? So it's one-sided. Someone is not able to meet you halfway. You're doing all of the work. Or maybe it's like you're creating this relationship on your own and this person isn't really even in it. But maybe the fantasy is that they are. I've done that myself, where like someone's telling me like I'm a commitment phobe. I have issues with commitment. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm the exception. I'm going to make that not true in my case. Wrong. Had to learn the hard way on that one. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Sometimes we don't listen. I'm married. Okay, well, yeah, that's a dead end right there. You know, it's like people are saying these things, or there's this evidence here, but yet we're not paying attention. We're going for it anyways. Oh, Keeper of Souls. Staying in this energy, you guys, is only going to weaken you. It's almost like you're lost and suppressed. You're under this energy or under this spell, you know, of commitment phobes, going for people that are not going to meet your needs. I'm not a psychologist, but if you had someone in your upbringing that did not meet your needs, that might just be what you deem as love now. So there's something that we got to pay attention to. We got to figure out what the hell that is. Wow. And we have Pyromaniac. That's the one that wants to come up. 5 of Wands, which is 5 of Rage in this deck. So this is telling us here, this is a challenge. This is definitely a challenge, but continuing to fight in this energy, continuing to be in a battle, a constant battle that we're never going to win. It's just going to keep us stuck. So Pyromaniac, let's burn that shit down. Let's burn this behavior down. We're done with these commitment phobes. We're done with these types of people that are not going to be able to give us what we are looking for. So instead of being in these one-sided connections, instead of being in this suppressed, lost, weakened state, let's empower ourselves. Let's treat ourselves and love ourselves the way that we want someone else to treat and love us. That's where we need to level up. So that is what's going on here with some of you guys, if that resonates for you. All right, so now let's go ahead and get some additional information from Spirit, like what Spirit wants you to kind of take with you. Some knowledge and some wisdom from Spirit on what you can take from all of this, okay? We're going to go into the Spooky Boo Halloween cards by Fire Witch Tarot. What can you take away from all of this? Ooh, we have Chased. It's time for someone to chase you, baby. It's time for you to stop chasing unavailable people. Do you see that? So this is a lesson for you to start showing up for yourself. You know, when we spend all of our time and dedication, you know, putting that one-sided energy where it's just like we're doing all the work, you know what I mean? Like we're not attracting, we're trying to chase something. And whenever you chase something, it usually is running away from you. So Spirit's saying stop chasing something. Let someone pursue you for a change. And if they don't, it's simply not a match. Move on. Exactly. Especially you guys, if someone ghosts you, just try your best to just stay the F away. If somebody just drops off the face of the earth, don't continue to pursue them. Don't pursue an answer as to why did you ghost me? If somebody has that little respect for you to just ghost you and just pretend like you don't exist, you know, why on earth would we chase down this person to ask for an explanation? People that ghost are just cowards. People that ghost are just people that just can't deal with things. And sometimes that's all you can do in situations. Sometimes that might even be the best thing to do in a situation, because you might be fighting back and forth with someone and someone just eventually has to pull the plug. But that's not the ghosting I'm talking about. The ghosting that Spirit's talking about here is that if this person has ghosted you and they've dropped off the face of the earth, or they're with someone else now, or whatever the situation might be, don't continue to chase this person. Ghost them back. Pretend that they don't exist. And it's not about playing a game to get them to now chase you, but no one's going to chase you as long as you're seeking them out and chasing them. It's just not going to happen. It's not the way energy works. And we have Blank. Beautiful. Yeah, start fresh, start new. This is an opportunity for you to start fresh. This kind of reminds me of a road sign. Which way do we want to go? Go in another direction. So it didn't work out with this individual. Don't allow this to just ruin everything in your life. Take it as an opportunity for you to, clear out the canvas, blank it out, and start fresh. Start painting something else that you want to attract into your life. Learn from this individual of what didn't work for you. Maybe some of the red flags that you should have seen. Maybe some of the ways that you projected a fantasy onto this person when maybe you shouldn't have. So it's always an opportunity for us to start fresh. So that blank energy says, let's start with the blank canvas. This picture, it's history. It's history. It's gone. Let's let it go. This right here is called the Haunted Nightmare Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. What else do we need to know? Ooh, and that might piss you off. Absolutely. I mean, when you're ghosted, it can create a lot of anger, a lot of you may want to lash out. People that have ghosted me, you better believe it and bet your ass that I've wanted to lash out on that, okay? And I'm sure that when I have had to just drop off the face of the earth or not respond to someone who's looking for an answer or wanting something from me, and we can look at that as I've ghosted them, that they might be angry. But it doesn't do any good whatsoever to take all of your frustration and your issues out on someone else. Let's get this anger under control. The last thing that you want to do is lash out at this person for this person to then look at you or maybe even tell all of their friends. What a crazy psycho. You need help. That's like the last thing that you want, especially if this person has already done that. And the reason I say that is because of the Medusa. Some of you guys might be in a way set up by this person to look crazy, to take the fault. Don't take the bait, you guys. Just leave it alone. Work out your anger in a more constructive way. Do something else. Maybe take that anger and put it into something constructive or creative. Make this pain matter. I always say that. Create abundance with it. Enough said. I don't even need to go any further with that. Enough said. Be more abundant. Whatever we focus on, we create more of. So if you want to go down in flames and let this person win and not only be a total piece of shit or an asshole to you or whatever they are, and then they also take your heart and your well-being with them, that's up to you. That's your prerogative. Or you can thrive and you can, success is the sweetest revenge. Become a better person, become a better version of yourself because of what this person did. Don't let them win. And it's not about ego, you guys. It's just about taking care of you. It's about transmuting all of this negative energy and doing something positive and constructive with it. Don't go down in flames because of this very lost, broken person. Don't let them break you too. So find a way to thrive. Find a way to survive. Find a way to be the best version of yourself because of all of this crap. Don't let it be for nothing. That's the message here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get some parting words from your person's higher self. This is probably not anything that they've either said to you in the 3D world or in reality, but we're going to tap into their higher self just for some peaceful parting words from this individual to you. So this is a combination of decks by All Things Intuitive. What does your person want you to know? I'm sorry for hurting you. So see, there's their apology. So the higher self of this individual isn't who they truly are. How they're acting in reality in the 3D world is obviously what you're experiencing. But their higher self doesn't mean to hurt you. Their ego self, their wounded self, where they're kind of trapped right now within themselves, that's what's hurting you, not who they truly are. So they are apologizing here for hurting you. says, I want to contact you, but I'm afraid. So if some of you guys are in complete and total silent separation from this individual, it's not that this person doesn't want to speak to you or talk to you, but their fears keep them from contacting you. Their fears of maybe what they might say or what you might say or what might happen because of all of it. Their fear is what keeps them from reaching out or continuing to ghost you. So please know that as well. And last message. And we have, I'm not financially stable. So some of you guys, and when I see financially, this to me just tells me this could be like material energy, 3D energy. Who they are, they're not stable. And I just already got that. Your person is just not a stable person. And they might just really be looking at material things as a filler in order to make themselves feel whole. And somebody who is driven by material possessions for their happiness is not somebody that's a stable person. They're not emotionally stable. They're not mentally stable. They're looking for outside sources to fulfill them. That's not stability. Okay. It might be temporarily stable, but it's not going to last. So their pathway to wholeness is still incomplete. So at least what you can do, in the meantime, while this person is still very much broken, is become whole within yourself. Use this experience as a way to become whole. Use all the things that have come up for you in a negative sense and turn them into something beautiful and amazing. Use this entire situation as a teacher in your life to help you to get back to a whole version of you. So anyways, you guys, I really hope that reading was helpful for some of you that are really struggling right now in toxic relationships. And if you guys liked this video and it was helpful to you, I would really love it if you give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love for you to do so, because all of those things definitely help my channel out. I hope that you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.